need to understand that this is not the right time. He is an absent-minded. He can't really, catch the clue from what you say and go ahead with you. He's not in a receptive mood. Or he is disinterested. Well, he's not that kind of person that feels interested in religion, so no problem. He is preoccupied with doing something else. He's busy doing work, organizing his trip, or doing something else. He's not in a mood to listen to you about this. So you need to stop. What to do? Refresh the mind of the person. If you have the time, maybe like, okay, let's stop about this and maybe let's have a cup of coffee, or maybe a glass of water, maybe some cold drinks or so. Maybe go out for a walk or so. Try to change the chat and do something different. But sometimes these two experiences are not there, but you have a different situation where you got to the point of some heated discussions. Someone who is a very not biased, but a very fanatic of Christian belief. Someone who hates Islam for no reason, just he doesn't like it. Someone who is bigoted religious or Jewish person, and he doesn't like to continue on this subject and so. And the more you press, the more they get angry at you. So now there is a red line for you to stop. Now there is a serious problem. You, under any circumstance, are expected to show any kind of violent reaction. Just cool down. Maybe they start, insulting you. They start, saying this and that to you, and they are really in a very bad mood. And do not react to this insults in the same way. Do not follow them, because at the end of the day, remember, your guiding principle is to deliver the message, but not force other people to accept it. You as a preacher, this is your limitation. I am just here to tell you, not to force you. And this is what we see in the Quran. لَسْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِمُسَيْطِرٍ. Right. So in this case, if you think that there is a misunderstanding, sometimes there is a misunderstanding which creates some kind of mutual use of violent words. So if there is a way to sort out this misunderstanding, perhaps maybe you postpone the talk until later so you can get at the point again. If you think that there is no way to get on with this person anyway, khalas, chat is ended and you can't go ahead with this, either in person or online. Sometimes this happens online. You just say, okay, khalas, I just hear, and this is a very good thing of you to say this to them. I'm just here to tell you about it, because we have a religious obligation to spread the word to others. We feel that this is the obligation that we have in front of Almighty Allah, to let people be aware of the fact that Islam is the religion of Allah, and it's not for us to force them to accept it, right? Because it is really a duty. Allah Almighty, when He will raise all these people and ask them about their religion, and they say, we never received any kind of summoner or a warner, someone who invites us to the course of Islam, you think Allah Almighty will punish them for this? This is the rule that all preachers, they have in this life, to deliver the message to others. Well, so far we're talking about delivering the message to others in person, one-to-one basis. Sometimes you are in a situation where you are invited to give a talk, a lecture about Islam to non-Muslims, people in your company, in your firm, or maybe you are invited to a conference as a Muslim in your place. of work or your education, place of study, and then you need to explain Islam to others, and this is very likely to happen. What would you do? What would you have to do before going into this place? Well, first of all, when you are invited to such a place to give a talk, you need to ask several questions. Of these questions would be understanding the background of the people that you will be talking to. And the background will be their age, their culture, their education, their interest. What you want me to talk about. I can't just go and talk about Islam in general. I need to have a focus so I can arrange my points around it. So they will tell you, we want to talk about, how Islam treats women, how Islam solves out the problem of economic failure in the world, okay, if you are the specialist. So you need to understand what you will be talking about. And you should be prepared when you go with a very good understanding of the topic, as well as the expected questions that will be asked, that will be put forward to you. After you give your talk, you will expect like an open discussion, people raising some questions to you, and you answer them.